is Mega Mike the Movie Man back with another mega review for you today. Today we are going to be doing a spoiler-free review on Marvel's Eternals. But before we get into the review, make sure you subscribe down to the channel. Subscribe definitely right now for all things movie related, as we do a lot of movie content on this channel. We do movie reviews, movie rankings, movie hauls, so take a chance to subscribe and like the video. Now to get in today's spoiler-free review of Marvel's Eternals movie. First of all, I really enjoy this movie. It is great. I think it's being a really underrated Marvel film. There's so many great things about this movie. Now, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I still think Shang-Chi is my favorite Marvel Phase 4 movie so far. It's a great movie, but I do like Marvel's Eternals a lot better than Black Widow. I just think this movie is fantastic. It is directed by Chloe Zhao, who was the director of last year's Best Picture winner, Nomadland. And so this movie feels very different than any other Marvel movie, which I think is a good change of pace. It is so well directed, the scenery, the landscapes, just how it's filmed. It looks stunning. It's a very stunning movie. Also, this movie's world building, just bringing it on a global scale and getting into more the galactic scale, universe scale as well, was excellently done. These characters are greatly introduced to the movie. Now, there's a lot of new characters because there's a lot of Eternals introduced in this movie, but with the time they have in the movie, I think they did a good job of introducing each of the characters. Now, yes, with a couple of them, I wanted a little bit more details, a little bit more backstory, but for the time they had, I think they did a good enough job. Also, these characters have great power sets. Every time I saw a power used in this movie, I had an oh wow moment. I was stunned. This is some of the best use of powers I've ever seen in a superhero movie. Makkari's speed powers, best speed powers I've ever seen adapted to the screen. Flash is going to have a lot to contend with Makkari's speed powers. It's just used so excellently in the movie. And then all the other Eternals are well done. A lot of them are very interesting, different power sets, and like I said, when you see these powers being used, they are stunning. But I'm not going to go into any spoilers here, so I just want to be very brief on that. But these characters are great. A lot of them you care about. A lot of them you're wondering, hey, what's going to happen? And what's excellent is I didn't realize this movie was going to take place over so much period of time. It's really a great history movie, just kind of going throughout history, seeing how these Eternals interact with the different time periods. And I just thought that was so well done and so interesting. So this movie is more slower paced in the beginning, which is different than a lot of other Marvel films, where Shang-Chi is a very fast-paced, non-stop roller coaster from beginning to end. This movie, since it does want to set up a lot of the Eternals, it starts off very slow paced, but I think that's okay. It does pick up with some action sequences in the middle, and then definitely at the end is very action packed and gets a little bit twisty as well. So overall, I think this movie is well done, well directed. I think the script is solid here. It has enough action in it to keep me interested, not from beginning to end, but there's enough action in there to keep you awake because it is a long movie. However, I didn't feel it being that long of a movie. It's close to 2 hours 40 minutes. To me, it felt more like a 2 hour 15, 20-minute type of movie. So that just means that I thought it was really well paced throughout. And there's also some laugh out loud moments, some really good comedic stuff with a few of the Eternals and different moments they have. Camille's acting in this movie is great. He is so funny. He reminds me of a Johnny Cage type of character, which is much needed in this movie to keep you going. So it has great world building, has great action, set pieces, great use of powers, enough laugh out loud moments to, break the intensity up just for a little bit to give you a breather, but then it gets going so excellent. I think it's being very underrated. I highly recommend this movie. Like I said, I don't think it's as great as Shang-Chi, but it's a very good movie, very solid MCU movie. It's very different, so I can see people maybe not liking this one as much if you're just looking for a standard MCU movie. This is different than that, but I still think there's enough of that MCU spice, that sauce within the DNA of this movie to still work as an MCU movie, and it is fantastic. So, highly recommend. Go out to the theaters, see it on the biggest screen possible. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I think you'll at least think it's a pretty good movie, if not a great movie, like I do. So, go ahead, leave a comment below if you've seen the movie or you plan on seeing the movie. What are you excited about with the movie or potential movies that may branch off from this in the future? Leave it in the comments below. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel for future content. We try to post daily. Also, check out some of the other movie reviews and other playlists within the channel. And this is Mega Mike, the movie here, reminding you to make every day a movie day.